good. He's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And earlier in his career, LeBron was much more perimeter-oriented. His shot selection and style of attack was much more like point guard. Now he'll post up twice as much. He shoots fewer jumpers. And that's really been the key to his success and to his efficiency. Not much going wrong for him early here. Only 1 miss on his first 6 shots.
Spurs trail by 11. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Parker. And it's Parker again missing.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Diaw with the steal. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Parker. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. And are looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their frenetic defense is really impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
They've got Tristan Thompson. Mike Miller is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the 2. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Day, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 14.
Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to do a double-double guy. But, you know, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
So it's the Spurs now. The Cavaliers making the shot, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Parker.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. The shot. Again, the Cavaliers score.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shot.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. Arian comes in for Harris. That's good.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. Teamwork was the theme of the discussion in that huddle. He said, quote, good shots are there for us on the perimeter if we share the ball, work it around, and find the open man. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Miller with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Miller's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Washington Wizards.
And Kevin, I really liked how they came right at them in that game, determined to attack the hoop.
Yeah, when that strategy didn't lead to layups, Steve, they usually wound up at the free throw line, and they shot very well when they got there.
Here's Irving following the score by Tony Parker. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Wanted to get wins when everything was up since the rim out.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Tony Parker. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Cleveland, 5.5 games behind.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they've continued to sit in that middle tier of teams that might be able to make the playoffs, but don't have the talent to maybe make a deep run.
Well, it's still early to say exactly where they'll end up, but it does seem like they're still a number of pieces away from real contention.
Here is Verjao. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. A shot's good from Irving. It can be doubly defeating, Clark, with the missed shots here at home. Not only are they not scoring, but then the crowd loses interest. They get out.
That's a great point. I mean, one of the benefits of being at home is having your crowd there energized and pulling for you. And if you're not making shots, they tend to sit on their hands.
That's in there. With the assist. And that's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
Ginobili against Marion. Ginobili kicks to Bellinelli. Here's the three. The shot is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, last time out against this club, it was a loss that I'm sure. That was awesome.
Look out below. Irving passes to Love. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Bellinelli. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Lets it go with the sensational shot at the buzzer.
Perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better.
That'll do it for the first half. Thanks for joining us in this Thanksgiving presentation of the NBA.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. He has 14 points, and he's also got one block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, it's just a small part of what's been a solid overall contribution by him defensively.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. The guards, Parker and Bellinelli. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Boris Diaw grew up idolizing Magic Johnson and obsessed with passing. And close friend Tony Parker said he didn't care about stats. He was always so unselfish. After being waived by Charlotte for refusing to score more points, Diaw has found a fit with the Spurs. He said, quote, "It was always the team that made the most sense." Kevin?
He had Tony there telling him about their philosophy, Doris. Great run. Great run. Thank you.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
James with the block. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. James right side. Marion with it. Leonard picks him up. Shot clock at 6. James in the post. Bellinelli is covering. Count that one. And that's 19 points for LeBron.
You know, it seems like when they've gone to him, he's been pressing through. And that's not something they should get away from.
San Antonio calls timeout. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Anderson Verjao. Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Duncan with a screen on Irving. It's Parker with the drive. Here's Diaw. And a foul on the shot. They'll go to the strike for 2.
The offense just gets right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Oh my God, an 80% free throw shooter on the season. I mean, he shot the ball with confidence from the stripe.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
The Spurs making a switch here. Baines is checked in. LeBron with it. 19 points in the game. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play a star player every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. And I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games.
Austin Day, he's checked in for San Antonio. And that one's good. Parker's got 10.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Here's James. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And looking at player recovery, now with the ability to track player movement, either with cameras or even sensors that players can wear, teams are better able to measure the workload of players, helping them make decisions about where rest is needed and when it's needed. That would even help them predict when there's a risk of injury, and that's really a golden bullet. And again, another example of information being used to enhance player performance.
Outside Irving. To the middle. He's looking for LeBron and finds him. And that one's good. LeBron's got 21. And guys, across sports, the key to winning is keeping your star players available.
Well, teams are learning a lot from player tracking. For one, morning shoot-arounds may be more draining than we realized, so some teams are cutting those down. Also, athletes do better with frequent short rests, so subbing often can leave players with more energy in crunch time.
Spurs trail by 16. The drive by Green. Parker outside. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. There's the lob to the hoop. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Harris is checked in for Love. And Deion Waiter subbed in for Sean Mary. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Ginobili's checked in.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And he makes the first.
What is insane about the Spurs and how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Irving from long range. Another 3 for Cleveland.
They're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Irving against Parker. Diaw, the screen. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Tries from 10 and misses it off the right side of the rim. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, Thompson and Verejao at the 4 and 5. Harris is out there with Deion Waiters. And it's James in at the small forward. Shot clock at 2. That one goes. Counted. That's 12 points for Tony Parker. Cleveland leading by 15. It's LeBron with the drive. Can't hit.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Knocks it loose. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way.
Unbelievable.
How did he do that? Throws down the alley-oop slam.